Hello class and welcome back. In our last set of videos we looked at how to make adjustments to an InDesign template and how to get them ready to move forward to start using in production. But before we do that, I want to take another look at our Pages tab we have open in InDesign. Over here you notice that if I go to my actual first page, you can see that this doesn't look anything like our template. And to make this really successful and make the template work for us, in the long run, we want to go ahead and assign these master page layouts to actual pages in the document, have those saved and pre-formatted as a two-page document ready for our content. Now to do that, it's pretty simple. We're going to, since we have page 1, we assume that page 1 is going to be our front page. And to have it reflect the styles in this master page, all we're going to do is just click and drag onto the first page, and you can see that it populated here, and we have our new HeartSmart file. Now we also have a front page, but we also have a back page, and with that page you notice we don't have a page 2 already set up. So instead of going to new page and dragging it over, InDesign simply lets you pull this down, go after page 1. You can see I've got this white cursor that kind of pops up over here. I can let it go, and you can see it creates a page 2 for me with the style already applied and ready to apply to our next project. So once you've done this, be sure to save, and you can see I've still got my heartsmart.indt. Some of you might be brought to this screen where you have a save as. Again, just make sure that InDesign CC 2015 template is the type of format that you want to save this as, and that the title is HeartSmart. Hit save, and if you need to replace it, that's fine. Hit replace, and now you're ready to go. So now that we've created the pages in our newsletter template, I'm going to go ahead and X this out, and now we're actually going to create an instance or an implementation of this template. Think of a template like a blueprint. Everything's set up for you, it's set up in the place where it needs to go, and all it's waiting for is your content to go within it. So thinking with that example in mind, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to create a new file based off this template and fill it with the content we need for this particular newsletter. To do that, just go to File, go to Open, and make sure that Open Normal is selected instead of Open Original like we did before, and click on heartsmart.indt. Here you can see that we have both of our pages. Everything's exactly the same as it was before, except we now have this Untitled 6 up here instead, or you might have Entitled 2 or Entitled 3 or any other number in there. And this means that we have created a new instance of this file. So immediately we're going to save as. To get to that, I did Command-Shift-S, or you can do File, Save As. And we're going to make sure this is newsletter-dec.indd. So do make sure the format is an InDesign document, not an InDesign template, InDesign document. Click Save, and we have successfully created a new instance. So, something that you'll notice here is if you come to your file and you try to select the date over here and try to go in with your selection tool, if you're on page 1, it's not going to let you do that. The issue is this is all set on your master page. So that means that it shouldn't be changed from page to page, and so it'll always be this month 2010 or month year or anything. And to change it, we would usually have to go to our A front page style and change it in here. But we don't want to do that because we don't have to go in to our master file each time to change this. So InDesign allows us a nice and easy way to go in and edit this month by holding Command or Control Shift and clicking. And now I'm going to come in here and, let's see. We're going to make sure we have the selection tool on here, not that one, but we're going to hold Command and click, or sorry, Command Shift click, and you can now see that we get our normal text block up here, and we're able to come in here and adjust it. What we're doing is we're basically telling InDesign by holding Command Shift and clicking that, hey, we want to edit this particular part of the template and nothing else. So for us, we want to make sure this says December 2012, and then just click out of it and hit and go back to your selection tool. So this part will now be editable. You don't have to go back to your master page, and it doesn't go away. So you can edit this throughout your document without having to do that Command-Shift-Click process again. So again, make sure you save your file before we move on to the next part. Now, at this point in your book, like it has in other areas, we've talked about Mini Bridge. And Mini Bridge just is not available at the same capacity that it was in Photoshop or in Illustrator inside Adobe Creative Cloud, but it is still available in InDesign. To get to Mini Bridge is a little bit different than in your text, however. And so to open this, what we're going to do is come over here. You'll see this little BR icon or bridge. We're going to hold down Shift and click this, and you see now we have Mini Bridge open and ready to work for us. So it says Bridge must be run to browse file, so we're going to click this and launch Bridge in the background. You should have downloaded Bridge when you download the rest of the Creative Suite. In case you didn't, I am going to show you both how to access the files in Bridge and then how to, we want to hit yes if it gives you this extension. We want to make sure that's added in there. But if you cannot get to Mini Bridge for whatever reason, I'm also going to show you how to do this with and without Bridge in your InDesign file. So, first we're going to go and we're going to X out Mini Bridge for right now. We're going to go to File, Place, and inside the dialog box, we're going to make sure we have Import Options and Replace Selected Item selected in here and checked in, and then we're going to make sure we're in our HeartSmart folder, the December folder, and we're going to come in here and select the file fruit.tiff, and you can see it here. It's a picture of a peach and maybe some blueberries. We're going to click open, and now it's going to, you see that it gives us some options here. In the image part, you don't really have to worry about it, but in certain files you can apply what's a clipping path or an alpha channel to mask certain parts of the image. In this project, we won't be worrying about that. What I want you to pay attention to is the color. So when you're moving between files, you know, some files have a color profile of CYMK, some have them of RGB. We just want to make sure that the use the document default is set and use document and image intent is set. This means when you pull it into your InDesign document that your color settings will match and you won't have any kind of hinkiness when trying to go to a commercial printer. For now, just click OK. And you can see now that I've got this little thumbnail icon like I did before. And I'm actually going to zoom out real quick so I can see everything I'm looking at. And like we did in the Jazz Fest, this means that I've actually got like a little copy of this image floating around my cursor. It means that I can select and paste it into a text box or into a text frame or into a content box. So for us, we're going to want to import it into this particular square frame with this X, the second one down. So to do that, we're just going to click X. And you can see it pastes right in. And so we're going to click away from this to deselect it, and we're going to come back to Mini Bridge, and we're going to go Command click. Shift click in Mini Bridge. And here it's going to show, your computer. It's also going to give you, recent folders, collections, so on and so forth. For us, we're going to want to make sure that the December folder is what we see here. For us, we don't see that, so we're going to go to Ferris, we're going to go to Desktop, we're going to go to down here to Work in Progress, HeartSmart, December, and you can see we have all of our different files in here now. Now the reason we went through all this trouble to open up Mini Bridge is we want to be able to get to these files easily and drop them into the document where they need to go without having to go back and forth into an open dialog each time. For example, you see we have this pasta.tiff and these peppers.tiff and the salads.tiff. So what we're going to do is we found pasta.tiff in here, and we are going to drag it to the second empty frame, which would be this one. And click once, and there we go. And then we're also going to click peppers, but this time we're going to hold shift and click salad.tiff, and we're going to drag these over. And you can see that we have these almost a stacked kind of thumbnail look. You'll see how that works in just a moment. So for now, just let go, and now you can see the part that's following around our cursor actually has a little number 2 next to it. That just means you can come in here and place your first selected file in this text box and your second selected file in your other box, in your other frame, and you can do them in order like that. So again, using MiniBridge is a great way to kind of cut down on going back between file and place and importing things in text frames. Of course, you could have done this entire process again by going to File, Place, and finding the TIFF files, and coming through here and selecting all 4, clicking Open, and then hit OK, 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 OK. And you can see that you have the same 4 files right there as well with the little number 4 instead of the little number 2. So you could have come in here and dragged them in the exact same way. MiniBridge just makes it a little bit less complicated. So I'm going to come in here and drop these down real quick and delete them out since we don't need them anymore. Make sure we get that text frame too. Alright, and alright. So at this point, we've imported our new content as far as our images, and we're going to make sure to select Save and save our progress where we're at. And at this point, we've gone through, we've added some custom content in, we've looked how to edit text boxes that were part of the original template, and in the next set of videos, we're going to look at how to import .doc files from Word, and also look at importing table data from Excel.